Join me now to talk about much needed therapy kits for our most vulnerable veterans. And he's joining me right now, Joe McCain. He is from the Help Heal Veterans, and I understand you are the Chief Executive Officer. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Koko. So happy to be here.
Now, I've been digging a little bit into your history, and I find out you guys have been in existence since back in the Vietnam War. So,
In
whoa.
1971 by a local San Diego businessman. So we've been supporting the VAs, military hospitals, and veterans and military folks all over the world for about almost 50 years now.
Okay, so now for people who have not heard about you, tell us a little bit about what you do with the therapy kits.
Sure. So Help Heal Veterans, we're located in California, and we manufacture and distribute and actually help with the therapy process of military and any veteran undergoing health care, and we provide free craft kits. These are things, anything from clocks to moccasins to wallets to sun catchers, everything. But it's designed, what's unique about what we do is designed from the ground up by clinicians and therapists to help with the healing process of folks suffering from traumatic brain injury, PTSD, substance abuse, and whatnot. So they're actually, no kidding, designed as independent, one-of-a-kind therapy kits. We're pretty unique in that we're the only nonprofit that does that.
Wow. So who helps you to put those together?
Well, we actually have designers like all over the country, local artists and whatnot, and doctors and clinicians. But a lot of our kits are designed, from the ground up. And actually, a lot of them are made by upcycled materials, too. So we have airline seats from Southwest Airlines, as well as leather we buy. But these things are all designed in-house here by our staff with clinician help. And they're actually put together by veterans in the field. And that's part of the therapy, to keep them busy or focused for anywhere from an hour and a half to a whole group for a few hours doing some type of service.
Okay, so we're imagining during the coronavirus, this pandemic, it's really kind of disheartening having to do social distancing. But imagine someone who's in a hospital, because then not only are they alone, but then not many people can come and visit in the hospital room. And so that's kind of like where we are right now with our veterans who are hospitalized, and you want to help them out.
That's correct. Usually we support usually around 30 to 40 VA medical centers around the country, like usually on an average basis. But that request for support has increased by threefold. So we just got a request from the VA to do almost 80 medical centers around the country for folks in their mental health wards and their domiciliaries. And just like you say, these folks are in quarantine and isolated and can't get that outside help. So as you know, as I know some of your listeners are right now, when you're alone, you get anxious. You can get depressed. For our folks who are already suffering from some type of health challenge, be it traumatic brain injury or PTSD, that depression can lead to a very dark place. So, we are getting a lot of these requests to help, like with suicide prevention and things like that, to keep folks healthier mentally so they can heal physically as well.
All right, let's talk about how you're helping South Carolina, because I wanted to get you on the show because, South Carolina, we have a huge military presence, and just want to shout out to all of our veterans and military men and women. We really love you and thank you for your service. We're very proud of you. But even right here in Columbia, we have Fort Jackson and we have the VA hospital. So what are you able to do for our state?
Well, for your state is very much, what we were asked to do. Pretty much we've been asked by the local VA, but just that same kind of thing. Y'all have got, this is like, we just shipped to them a couple days ago because they asked for help for their local veterans who are in quarantine, as well as folks in their other wards for their whole health care. But they wanted another thing they could do for their folks who are isolated. So we shipped out a huge pallet of material to those folks as well. And we're standing by to distribute more. They are betting pretty much whatever South Carolina, your folks are looking for, we do. We also have a post-patient home rehab program where we have about 6,000 vets and a good number located in South Carolina who are isolated, who may not be able to get out, because they're shut-in kind of thing either, and they even shut in even more the coronavirus, that we ship a kit to probably every couple of months. So we're getting another shipment out to go there probably the next week or two coming out for those folks too. So pretty much, South Carolina, y'all have got some, not just people who serve, stepped up, but there are also folks who need a little help out there too, because of their service. And we're helping to give them that hand up.
Okay.
So anything that the folks at Fort Jackson need, or your VAs are looking for, or your local vets who are at home, we're going to do what we can to help.
Okay. Now let me understand. Now, are the requests coming from the hospital only?
From the Fort Jackson folks at Fort Jackson, be at the MWR or maybe at the hospital. Kind of spread out, depends on who needs them. And then from their voluntary services through the VA Medical Center there as well.
Okay, so then my next question would be, how can this audience help you do what you do?
I think, right now, as I talked about, our demand is like through the roof.
Mm-hmm.
So, postal rates are kind of going up. So as always, we're looking for help, for resources for those who can help. I know it's a hard time for folks. You got to take care of your family, but if you think you could, visit our website at healvets.org. $10 will get you a kit put together and sent out to a vet anywhere in the country. And if you want that to go to South Carolina, we can make that work as well for that. And if you just want to help a few dollars just to help with shipping, the more we can get out the door, the more vets we can help. The other thing I would say that if folks in South Carolina, if you know a vet who needs a little bit of help right now, who's isolated, reach out, have that conversation, see how they're doing. They may not have anybody to out to talk to, and they may one thing I know about veterans is they will ask for help for their buddies, but they will rarely ask for help for themselves. So it's incumbent upon us as citizens to reach out to that vulnerable population, especially this time when everybody's feeling stressed out, and let them know they got someone to talk to, that somebody cares. So
Awesome.
Ask that you visit our website if you can help us out, and if you can't do that, please help out the folks in your local area.
So again, it's healvets.org.
Yes, ma'am.
Got it. All right. Once again, we've been talking with Joe McLean, and the CEO of Help Heal Veterans. And just want to thank you so much for your time today. Thank you for serving as well.
Well, thank you, Koko. Thanks for the great show that you put on. You really serve the folks that are locally, and I really enjoyed talking to you.